Now, I don't know if you can relate, but I overthink things a lot. I overthink things so much that I often refer to myself as a systematic overthinker because I've got this process in my mind of figuring out ways to actually overthink things, and so often that actually keeps me from doing the thing that I probably should be doing. So in this case, maybe you've already heard this, but I've wanted to start making these sorts of videos to help people that want to get started in video production and creating video content. But I spent so much time overthinking that process, and for me, overthinking is coupled with some perfectionistic tendencies, which really seems to be the perfect storm. I overthink things, and if I can't figure out a way to perfect something the first time that I do it, I most likely won't do that thing at all. Which I know that's totally unrealistic, and I think that's the whole point. At least for me, when I'm overthinking things, it's not nearly as rational as regular thoughts. I think thoroughly thinking through things is really smart. I think a lot of people in the world need to do that more. But overthinking is when that becomes unhealthy, when it becomes a little bit less rational. Have you ever had that experience though? You're looking at starting something new for yourself, and what you're expecting of yourself is compared to someone who has really put their time in. Which, granted, it's not always super easy to see. Maybe that musician that you're comparing yourself to has been really practicing and playing shows and making music for 10 or 15 years. I think that looking to some of those people who really have put their time in can really be helpful for people just starting out in whatever it is that you're starting out in. You can kind of look to them to see what you can expect if you put the same amount of work in. But again, all of that work isn't necessarily public. I don't know what it is about culture, and I don't know if this is specific to Western culture or just humanity as a whole, but when we start something new, when we get a new hobby or something, we just expect that we're gonna be good at it right away, or at least we hope that we're gonna be good at it right away. We hope that we're gonna have some natural talent in some way. And maybe you have found something that you're naturally talented at, and that's great. But most people, even the people that you might look to and say they've got natural talent, they actually put the work in, and you just didn't get to see that part of their process. So I'm not trying to say that these videos that I've been making are the best out there, because I know that they're not. And that the other video work that I do is incredible, because I don't think that I'm there yet. But I do realize that all of these things that I'm able to do now with video production are because I've had my hands on cameras for almost 15 years now. I've been editing videos, and I overthink about that a lot. But you do have to realize that some things really do take that much time to master. So as cheesy as it sounds, I really do think that the 10,000 hour rule has some validity to it. I really do think that you should expect to have to put in the time to really get good at anything. And I get it, practice isn't always the most fun thing. There's a lot of mornings where I don't want to get up and get here to make these videos, but I know that I'm practicing to try to get to the skill level that I want to be at. So the Super Bowl was just this past weekend, and I think a lot of people, myself included, really want to be good at something automatically and without a lot of practice. We're the people that want to be able to just show up at the Super Bowl without any prior practice and be able to throw that winning touchdown. So I'm not big into sports, and I definitely don't know very much about football, so I hope that this analogy actually does work. But if anyone could claim that they could never practice in their life and show up to that game and win the game, people would think that that's ridiculous. So my question is, why do we do that with anything else? Why do we expect that of ourselves, that we're just going to be automatically good at something when we pick it up? Whatever we want to become good at, we have to create a routine and we have to practice. I'm saying that as much for myself, if not more, than saying that for you. But if there's something that you want to get good at, make that routine and practice regularly and you will see results. You will get better at whatever it is. So that's my challenge to you. What are you looking to be really good at? You know, what can you do today to create that routine, to get started practicing, to really perfect that thing that you want to be great at? All right, thanks so much for watching. I hope that you have found this video useful to you. And I do wonder, do people appreciate this more, or do you appreciate the video tips more? What are you looking to learn more about? What do you need help in? What are your biggest struggles? You know, if you don't want to comment below, you can reach out to me, direct message me on Instagram. Find me on there and let's chat. I'd love to help you in whatever you're trying to accomplish. All right, that's it for me. I will see you tomorrow for another daily video.